Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to talk about the 2024 general predictions for the sign of Aries. So if you are Aries moon or Aries ascendant, then this video is for you. These predictions are based on Vedic astrology, and first and foremost it is important to look at the 2024 transits from the moon. The reason is that every event that happens in a person's life will have an impact on the mind. The moon, as everyone knows, rules emotions, and the transits from the moon will tell us what emotions a person will feel, and the houses will tell us which area of life it will happen. Then you can look at transits from the ascendant to confirm an event. That way you can get a more precise prediction. For example, if Jupiter is transiting the 7th house from the moon, that means a person can experience some happiness and joy in their relationship. Then from the ascendant, if Jupiter is transiting the 2nd house, then we could make a prediction that a person may get married, because Jupiter in the 2nd house would show expansion in the family. So that's the basic idea. So the first area of life, career, when Ketu is transiting the 6th house, it can give two types of results. It can make a person devote more time to their work because it is an energy like Rahu that has no boundaries. It doesn't know its limits. The difference is Rahu wants some reward and gain at the end, whereas Ketu can keep working without getting any value or appreciation. So during 2024, there is a chance that you will be doing extra hours without getting a good enough reward. The other result Ketu can give is that it can make a person lose some enthusiasm in their work. They could feel bored, uninterested, and not really challenged, which can affect their work performance. The good thing is, Jupiter is transiting your 1st house in the movable and fiery sign of Aries, which is a really good position to experience an upliftment in your overall life. Because Aries is a sign that wants a new purpose. It doesn't like staying still. And Jupiter in the 1st house means that a person is actively looking for new opportunities. And this can include career opportunities. So here you can experience an enhancement in your overall career, either through changing jobs, changing positions, or promotions. Mars will also be well placed in your 10th and then 11th house during the 1st quarter of the year. So this is an excellent period to change jobs, if that is something you are after. The ruler of the 10th house, Saturn, is also well placed in the 11th house, which is the house of gains. So Saturn in this house means that you are working towards achieving your career hopes and desires, which makes this position really good. Now everybody has different career goals depending on their natal chart and age. Because Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius, it means that you could get opportunities to learn and develop new skills and increase your professional network, which could lead to even more opportunities. If you are close to completing any professional exams, maybe if you have gained the relevant work experience and you are just waiting to complete the final 1 or 2 exams to qualify as an accountant or lawyer or any professional, then 2024 is also a good year to attain any qualification. After April 2024, when Jupiter moves to your 2nd house, it shows that it can be quite a busy period for you in terms of your work. But along with the extra work, it will bring improved economic status and professional growth in your life. For business, the 3rd house generally shows self-employment or freelancing because they represent your own efforts. Both Saturn and Jupiter are well placed throughout 2024. So this is a positive time to make any improvements to your business. It is a good time to be proactive. So you could be thinking about what additional services you can offer, or what technological advancements you can make to boost your business. Or you'll be thinking about how better your business can serve the community. For finances, the the first 4 months of the year while Jupiter is transiting in your first house, it can make you spend a lot of money on yourself. You could spend on travel, curing any health disorders, or on educational purposes. Rahu will also be in your 12th house in the sign of Pisces, so you have to guard against wasteful expenditure. Pisces is the most generous sign in the zodiac, so heavy expenditure is possible for the whole year. Jupiter in the first house can also make a person very generous, so a person can spend very freely, living an expansive life when Jupiter transits the first house. After April 2024, it will be an excellent year for money matters. Saturn is in the 11th house, which means that it can give stable and steady income in your job. And when Jupiter transits your second house in the sign of Taurus from May 2024, both the heavy planets will be in money houses, which is always a great combination to have. The 11th Lord is in the 11th house, which means that if you are in a self-employed business, you can also earn very good money through your self-efforts this year. For relationships, firstly, if you are single, Jupiter aspecting your 7th house shows that if you haven't come across any person, then the first 4 months of 2024 you could potentially meet someone, as long as this is supported by your dasha and natal chart. Now you can track the transit of Venus to see when you could meet someone, because Venus is ruling your 7th house. So for example, if your natal chart says that you will find love in a foreign country, or that your spouse will be from abroad, then when Venus transits your 9th house, that would be a time you could potentially come across a person. If you have already found a match or a prospective partner, then after May 2024, there are high chances that you'll be able to take your relationship to the next stage, which means that you could either move in with that person or even marriage can take place. Jupiter's transit in the 2nd house can signify expansion in the family. If you are going through a difficult time in your personal life and you are officially waiting to be separated through an annulment or divorce, then the first half of the year can bring you this result, because Jupiter's aspect on the 7th house brings joy and happiness. And a person can equally be happy getting married or getting released from a difficult relationship. Jupiter will give you the type of result you want. For health and wellness, so when Jupiter transits the 1st house, it is generally protective. But because it is in a fiery sign of Aries, this can cause skin eruptions, scars, and even accidents. And a person can be prone to headaches as well, because there is a burning desire to expand your life. It's also important to look at the Lord of your chart, which is Mars, and track its transit to see when you are the most vulnerable. So for example, if in your natal chart it shows that you are accident prone, then the difficult period could be when Mars and Rahu are conjunct in the 12th house in the months of April and May. Generally, the nodes Rahu and Ketu can cause some issues in health. So Ketu in your 6th house can cause digestion, stomach and intestine issues. It's important to look at the nakshatra as well. So Ketu at the moment is transiting Chitra nakshatra. So a person can have issues in the neck area or thyroid problems. Rahu's position in the 12th house can show sleep related issues such as insomnia, and Rahu's transit in the 12th house can also show addictions, so you have to take care not to get caught up in any bad habits. So generally overall this year is excellent in terms of professional growth, social status and even relationships. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or you can email me at exaltedmercury8@gmail.com. And I will see you next time. Thank you.